All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, welcome to today is the 14th of November, and hopefully you're making it a November to remember by still working. Work. Remember, Thanksgiving is a holiday. Christmas is a holiday. It's not a holiday week, not a holiday month, not a holiday quarter. Okay, so please keep working. Today we are very fortunate from the Scottsdale office to have Curtis Mitchell and Jeremy Pierce. Guys, you got to hit *6 on your phone because I've muted everybody. So hit *6 and then we can hear you.
All right, Curtis is here.
Hey, Curtis.
Jeremy is here as well.
And there's Jeremy. All right, well, let's take a second. And matter of fact, in that order, why don't you guys take a quick minute and introduce yourself, tell them a little about yourself and all that good stuff. Please.
Well, Curtis Mitchell, born and raised in Arizona, got into real estate. This next year will be my 11th year in the business. Started out with my dad, and he is still in the business. We started our little team, and we've just kind of kept growing and growing. And Jeremy was one of our first hires, and I've met him in high school, so we go way, way back. You'll probably hear us talking back and forth to each other, bantering a little bit, if you will. But we have a really good time working together, and we've had a really, I think we've been pretty successful, but I think the sky's the limit for us right now.
I think so too. You guys got a great team going on too. So Jeremy, tell us. Thank you, Curtis. Jeremy, how about you, my man?
Yeah. So I've actually been in the industry now, coming up on year 4. So it's definitely been a fun ride, especially once, I started to get some traction just because as soon as I'm, ready and I'm full time and all aboard, COVID happened. So it was definitely a very scary time for me right then and there, but it gave me that sink or swim mentality. And I think I thrive off of that, put your back against the wall and go for it. And it's been great. As Curtis said, we've known each other for high school, so yes, there is a lot of back and forth. At this point now, we've known each other for almost 15, 16 years. You're getting up there, Curtis.
I know, right?
But yeah, it's been a good run. It's been a good journey, and now the real goal is to become even more successful and grow, and hopefully help out a lot of new agents or even seasoned agents, anyone that we can help and just grow together as a team.
Yeah, no, I love it. And it's interesting too because Curtis had a great role model. His father was that rock star in the business before. And then Curtis came in and then added to the equation, and then you came in and added to the equation because you came out of the gates hot, Jeremy. You did a lot of business right from the beginning. So good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. All right, so tell us a little about the team, guys. Curtis, I want to start with you. Give us a little of the breakdown. I know. Tell them who's on it.
Yeah,
and
so
you guys have a bunch of good people on your team, which is great.
Yeah, so I think there's 7 of us total. We started out with just my dad and I, and I was the type to let's just start back. Dad's a control freak, so it's always hard to kind of change and adapt and grow. He's pretty old school. So my thing when I got into the business was let's change it a little bit, let's update some things, and this was a time too where everything was going from hard copies to digital and all the marketing stuff. So it was a good time for me to get in, and so we jumped in, and our first hire was a transaction coordinator because I absolutely hate paperwork, and that's one thing I realized from the beginning is I don't want to spend my time sitting on the computer uploading stuff to SkySlope and all that kind of stuff. So our first hire was a transaction coordinator, and then we just kind of kept growing. It freed up my time to, prospect and do more stuff to help grow the business. And then just fate would have it, Jeremy was getting out of his other job, and, we linked up for, where did we go, to Payway or something for a drink?
We went to
PF Chang's, right?
Yeah,
there you go. He said he was getting in the business, and I was like, hey, it's
time
for us
me
to
at PF Chang's.
I love it.
I want to talk about
I love
that.
it.
It worked.
I feel like you could have took me somewhere nicer than PF Chang's.
I would say you're pretty cheap,
right?
You were cheap, so I'm into that.
Yeah, really. Yeah,
but we just
PF Chang's isn't terrible, but I hear you.
Thank you, Rick. It's not horrible,
No
but
problem.
that's where we set the bar.
It's a little better than McDonald's, but It's not like you guys have. What is it? Kierland right there across the street. There, you have everything.
Well, we were in the Northwest office at this point.
Oh, that's right.
We didn't move to Scottsdale till maybe 3 years ago now. But so we started out in that Northwest office, and so we just decided to keep growing the team, and hired on a few more agents, and we got our original transaction coordinator, Monica, ended up going full-time agent, and we hired a different transaction coordinator now. But we're kind of in the process of kind of redoing a bunch of stuff and giving everyone different roles, and this is going to be our next big push for this next year, is to kind of revamp things again. And I truly believe this business, you got to adapt, and you got to change, and you got to keep growing, especially when markets are shifting or losing intensity. And so as a team, we're kind of coming back together, regrouping, and seeing what we can do to absolutely grow and kill it this next year.
Excellent. And then you guys have, so Monica was the first one, and then you've got Jeremy, and then you have Charlie, and you have
Charlie,
and
somebody, Buck and Catherine.
Buck, right?
Yep. We
good.
Got Buck there. Yeah. So it's a good core group. I really, really love the people we have on our team, and I think we all enjoy working together, and it helps us enjoy life. Really, real estate's a crazy, stressful business, as you know, and being with people who cheer you up, or everyone's got tough days, and when you got a team that has your back, and you can just talk to and vent to and say, hey, here's what I did I do the right thing, should I have done something different, like here's some ideas, here's some tips, and it's really helped. So I absolutely love the team concept and what we got going.
Awesome. And Jeremy, how about you, from your point of view, now that you've been in the business for 4 years, I'm sure you see starting where you did was probably a little helpful, especially with the team concept, Curtis, and helping you out with his 11 years experience. And then you've got, I love the brand as well. I think the brand, and Curtis talked about marketing a little bit too. So that was kind of a little bit of a jump start for you too as well, huh?
Yeah, it definitely was. Biggest thing that I remember me and Kurt talked about when I first started, my biggest thing was I was just going to try everything. I was just going to do, everything. Worst case scenario, someone will tell me, hey, you need to do it differently. But I was just open to really getting out there, and my whole mindset was, making a mistake. I was like, you know what, whatever mistake I make, if I make the mistake, I know what I did, and I'll be able to correct it, and I'll never do it again. I still think about it. It was a deal I did. I think it was my second year in, and this deal, it got real murky because of some lingo that I didn't utilize, and I thought I knew what I was doing, and it ended up. Long story short, I had to take a very, very hard. I took a very, very hard lesson that it was very expensive, and I have never forgot that lesson. I tell people all the time, I will never do that again. But you know what? You live, you learn. But in this industry, the one thing that I realize is a lot of people think it looks so easy from the outside looking in. It looks like the easiest, most luxurious job ever from the outside looking in. And then once you're in and you recognize what people do to succeed and how you have to be to succeed, it really, really, changes a lot of people's mind and focus. So I personally could say it was the perfect career choice for me. I don't think there was anything better for me.
I want to add one thing too, just piggybacking off of Jeremy. One of the things I absolutely love about his work ethic and how he runs his business is he's not afraid to fail. And I think too many people get in this business and they're like, well, once I get my business card, or once I get this, then I'll go prospect. Or once this happens, then I'll go, do this and that. Our mentality is like, hey, just do it. Ready or not, let's just go. And if you fail and make a mistake, that's okay. That's how you learn. But I think a lot of people are just sitting on the sidelines, just waiting for, something, or making excuses not to, get out and do this or that, or, oh, I hate the way my voice sounds, so I don't want to make calls, or who knows what. I mean, come up with a million excuses. But Jeremy is just not afraid to get out there and make mistakes and fail, and hey, that's how we succeed, really.
Yeah.
It's very obvious too, because he came out of the gate. I remember when I was, because you and I have been coaching together for years now, and I remember when he came out, he was calling old expireds and he was putting together packages and so and now starting doing that and now you guys are buying properties, fixing them up, flipping them. I see you guys would have I think you guys would make a really good reality show, the two of you.
We're trying to get on
them
TV.
Up and flipping them.
We're trying.
we're working on it. We got the camera guy actually. We're working on actually filming it, and we're gonna reach out to some people, see if we can sell it off, see if it works out. But
there you go. I love it. Jeremy, tell us a little bit about that when you started and you got right on the phone. People can learn from that.
Yeah, to be honest with you, Rick, I called. So you were just talking about it in November. I was literally just telling the team in our last meeting. I was like, hey guys, it's hunting season. This is hunting season because yes, you're right. Most people are really ready to take the time off. They're mentally wanting to be with the family and everything, which is cool. I completely understand. But now that's when I resharpen focus and really go in, really extra hard now. So what I did, I literally just did, I reactivate my Red X. I think literally so come beginning of November, from November, 6 months on, I activated my Red X, and this is when I get on. I'll make 20 dials a day, 20 expired dials a day, just until I ramp up to being able to do 50 again. But even when I make the 20, I was literally just telling Curtis, I made 20 calls Thursday. Got 2 appointments out of it. And my thing is, I never try to sell anything over the phone. My only thing I'm trying to sell is to meet with me. And once we're face to face, I feel very solid that I can, close a deal or get some type of, agreement to move forward. There's a lot of things I've been doing to kind of, hone my skills. There's a book that I've been reading. I've been preaching right now called Exactly What to Say in Real Estate. It's something that I had kind of previously went over with just being in sales prior to. So kind of knowing that different, language, just the way you say things and how it comes off. But reading that book kind of reaffirmed a lot of those information, a lot of those things for me. And it really remotivated me. I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot that is exactly how you would utilize that to structure or to set up, getting that a listing agreement signing or to talking with that client about, hey, the price has to change in order for us to get it done. Or even, working with the buyer who hasn't made a decision and, trying to, just help guide them to the right direction and get them to make the, make the best educated decision for themselves. So it's been really good. I personally get like an adrenaline rush from calling expireds. I didn't realize that until like a few weeks ago.
Awesome. No, it's very obvious that you are. You said earlier that this is the business for you. It's very obvious. Your personality. I'm the same way when I call expireds. It's like and I know Curtis too. When you're prospecting over the phone or face to face, it's like it's almost like a sporting event. You can turn it into a sporting event. It's competitive, setting appointments. And I agree with you. You seek motivation, set an appointment, and then you do the rest there.
That is true. It's very, very true. Every time I'm on a call, I'm like, what are they going to say? And whenever I hear someone that's upset with a real estate agent, I know for a fact I got them. I know for a fact I'm getting that listing. As soon as they say, all of you real estate agents are the same. Oh, perfect. Yes.
Yep. Now, what do you say? I'm interested to hear, because I've heard that a million times, and I had my own little response. When they say, you real estate agents are all the same, what do you say when they say that?
My first response is, we're not all the same. You just got the wrong person. Completely honest. We're not all the same. You just got the wrong person. I mean, you have the right you have the right professional to sell jobs, and at this point, I'm the right professional to sell your house, and let me tell you why. What's going to make you different? You know what? I'll be in your neighborhood about 2:30 tomorrow for a previous appointment. Is it fine if I stop by and take a look at your house? And I get that back and forth a few times, and then I'll try to go back with just more questions and see if I can get them to buy in. Most of the time, I'm able to get them to buy in to meeting at the appointment. I have had sometimes people agree to the appointment and then are not there, but here's what it is.
I've had that happen too. Usually amiables. Yeah, usually amiables. They don't want to hurt your feelings over the phone, but they actually don't want to be there, so they just don't. They make sure they're not home when you go over.
Exactly.
I learned that the hard way. Yeah.
So,
all right, awesome, yeah. And if it was going, if they said that to me, I always tried this first. I always went, when they go, hey, your real estate agents are all the same. I used to go, I know I have to work with these people. I get it. And then I would keep going.
You know what? Let me write that one down. I might take that one. Let me see how that one works on my call.
No, I liked it. You just had the wrong person too. I like that. I call it confronting with humor. We all listen. You have your personality, and it works, and it's awesome. And I see your stuff on social media. Same with Curtis. And Curtis, implementing the little guy in, which you would do that anyway. That's really helpful. People love to see that. As a matter of fact, I'm sending somebody your way, Curtis, that wants to talk to you, an agent from this office. So when you see Andrew Kozlowski call you or pick it up, because I had him call you because you guys are very much in a similar situation about a few things. So you guys will have some great conversations. Has he called you yet, Andrew?
No, he has not.
Okay, he will probably today. He's a great guy. But anyway,
cool.
Awesome, Jeremy. I love it. And, your personality, I think once you design your groove, your personality, whatever you want to call it, you stick with it because, you being you doesn't work for everybody. And just like me being me doesn't work for everybody and Curtis. But the people it does work for, it works really well. And you're better off being, staying like that because it's a good, you got a good vibe. And so does both of you guys have really good vibes too. So it's great.
I preach it all the time. So shit.
All right. Cool. No, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no. I was just agreeing with what you're saying. I preach that all the time. Just you got to kind of things that I do may not work for you. Things that Curtis does may not work for me, and we literally feed off of that. You have to kind of find your wave and go.
Yep. My little joke is be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Okay? There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
All right, Curtis, tell us about the team. What's the goal for next year?
Oh, we're still kind of in the middle of figuring out what our big goals are. We would love to do 50 million in sales next year.
Wow, nice.
We are big picture goals is to be the number one team in the company. Nice. So that's kind of big picture, 5-10 years out. But this next year we would love to double our business. I think we're probably going to do close to 25 million this year as a team. And I think I don't think we hit our full potential this year. I think we did okay. Right. But, I think we got a lot of structure to put in and some accountability. We kind of got off the whole accountability train this year because everyone got comfortable because things were selling like crazy. And then, so I think these last 2 years were kind of bad for our industry as far as work ethics and getting back to your daily
developing bad habits.
Kind of stuff. Yeah. Bad habits, correct. Yeah. Developed a lot of bad habits and we just got comfortable, and I think this next year is going to be telling for a lot of agents in the industry as a whole.
So let's do this for them so the people listening now and later can get in that state. So let's just use 50 million. And so let's use the two of you. Okay, so if you take 50 million, so how much of that do you think you'll do? And then Jeremy, I'll ask you the same question.
I think our personal goals were 20 million each. And then if the team can do, or the other team members can throw in 3 or 4 million, I think that would put us, right at that 50. So 20 million each. And that's also, my dad is still in the business. He still sells. So, that's counting his stuff too. So, I think that's doable. And I think it's kind of a stretch goal, but I truly think it's possible. And I think, one of the good things about just being a team and just having someone like Jeremy on our team together is we get to push each other, and it is competitive. We are very competitive. We're all sports people. Most of the people on our team played sports either in high school or college, or even Charlie played professionally. So we're all uber competitive, and I think we need that in this business. And I absolutely love the competition and the camaraderie. And, when Jeremy comes in and says, hey, man, I just got a new listing, we're like, okay.
Yeah.
Step it up this week. I got to beat him. We have like a leaderboard in our office, and we kind of keep track of who's closing deals and who's not. And, just kind of it motivates us to beat each other because I'd never want Jeremy to do better than me. So.
Vice versa. It's great. That's good.
Tough competition to be in with me, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I know Charlie used to play professional ball because when we did the golf tournament, not this year, but last year, he almost hit me on the green 320 yards away.
Yeah, Charlie is he's a fun dude. I love him.
I turned around and I'm like, and I see you guys on the tee box jumping up, and I see Charlie there. I'm like, oh my God, he just drove the green. Anyway, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he can hit it. Yeah, he's fun to golf with. But I talk a lot of smack to him, and I'll get him on
Oh, you guys should.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the competitive vibe
that
you guys have. You got to bring Monica out because I guess Monica's actually the golf ringer anyway.
Oh, she's a ringer. Oh no, you don't want her to. Yeah, you'll lose every time against her.
I want her on my
team.
team.
College too. Yeah, she was an actual college golfer, so she gets to play from the red tees, so she outdrives everybody.
Oh God. All right, Curtis. Thank you. Awesome, good stuff. Jeremy, how about you, my man?
I kind of. I'm going to say kind of. I agree with Curtis. We're gonna do 20 mil each. I'm even gonna focus on making sure everyone on the team should. But don't think we're not gonna. We're going to do the 50 million that we want to do. With the partners that we have in place, with what we have going right now, we're just fine tuning some systems. Once we have that up and running, I know for a fact we're going to be able to do that 50 million, and within a few short years, we will be the top team in Arizona. I am calling that right now. This is recorded, so we'll be able to follow it up once it happens. You know, I think, like I said, with a lot of our partners, we have a lot of good, referral partners. We have, shout out Bridget, Tucson agent. She's been a big help with me as well when I got into the industry. She's been very, very helpful. Just giving me, just ins and outs of different plays and just different ways to look at things. It's always a good way to have, a different way to look at things. I know for a fact, the Braves team has helped out a lot just with giving us, just different ways to approach things. And just there's a lot of teams actually that I think that we meet at, Summit that, now that we've gone a few times, that has been very helpful with, helping us realize how we need to grow and how to, take that direction and really, really take over. And with taking all the information, every time someone speaks that I've seen at a higher successful level, I take notes. I try to get whatever books they say read and really grow and build that. So I'm very confident, very focused that, we'll be able to do that. So I don't even want to say think. I don't think anymore. I know we will be able to do that.
Yeah, I'll piggyback real quick off of that too. I'm on the Rethink Council, which is one of the coolest things I've ever done. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically like a small group of 10 or 12 agents throughout the country, and we meet once a quarter in Florida or Louisville or somewhere, and we basically just go over best practices. It's basically a mastermind of systems, and we've met so many amazing agents from all over the country. And Jeremy and I, and Monica as well, we try to go to, convention and summit and all the things that Berkshire Hathaway puts on. And we have met, I'm telling you, that for us, it's been one of the best, referral partners. Like, we've gotten some deals from, agents in Michigan and kind of all over the country. And like, being in Arizona, everyone wants to be here, or they've got somebody looking to buy a place in Arizona, and we want them to think of us to sell that house to them. And just the network in general that Berkshire Hathaway has is absolutely incredible. So if you're not going to convention and you're not going to summit and doing all the masterminds and listening in on stuff like that, then I think you're missing out, because there's a huge opportunity to just connect with people that are open to sharing their successes in business and wanting to help you out. So
huge opportunity. Like, literally, I don't think we can stress it anymore. I think a lot that's really helped us is a lot of the conventions. While, there's the fun part of it, we always make sure that we focus and learn, and we get to the masterminds, and we get to the teaching sessions. And, I tell Curtis all the time, we'll go to everyone needs the rah-rah moment, especially in the type of industry, because you get burnt out. So then once you go and you can get remotivated, refocused, and then, these are some cool things I never thought about implementing. I still remember, the first time that I went to some of the stuff I learned in a mastermind that helped me grow my business. I probably think I literally left and maybe made an extra $50,000 just within using something someone told me specifically in a mastermind.
Right. Great. I love it. Yeah, and I love the plug. You know, and I'll put in another plug too. The convention this year is in Las Vegas, so all four of our markets can get there. There's no excuse not to go. And if you can't stay at the hotel, do what I used to do when I used to go to Mike Ferry events. I'd stay at the cheapest one within a half a mile walk, so I could just go to them and then walk to the event.
I thought you were going to say we get to stay at your place if we can't afford a hotel.
Absolutely. Come on over.
Thought that was coming out.
Unfortunately, I live 25 minutes from the Strip, but that's okay.
You must be in Summerlin.
I am in Summerlin. Good call.
Ah.
Yeah. The office is in Henderson, but I live in Summerlin. Yeah, we can get a car. Sure. I can come on over. No problem. We can do it up. I live right next to Red Rock, which is actually a lot of people that come to Vegas stay there. I live like a mile and a half from Red Rock Casino.
I know exactly where you are. I remember my parents actually used to live literally right off that exact same exit. So that Summerlin area is very nice. I really like it.
I do too. It's really great. I have 2 HOAs where I am. You know, because Summerlin itself has one. Anyway, so the awesome stuff, guys. I really love what you have to say. I love the rethink thing, and I love the attitude, Jeremy, of you know, like the way you talk to yourself, and you just displayed that. I don't think, I'm not willing, I'm going to, or I sell, I make, I do. That's the way you got to talk to yourself if you want to, you know, absolutely have 100% into this. Just like in sports, right? The guy in front of you, whoever you're playing, you're going to be him or her, right? And you have to have that in your mind, because even if you let it creep in, this person's better than me, you're dead. You're done. And that's why Curtis, you know, has 2 Achilles now because he's playing too much defense. Sorry, Curtis.
Unbelievable.
He needed that. He got to sit down.
Wow.
For those who are listening that don't know, I tore my left Achilles last year playing basketball, and just this Thursday, so like 4 days ago, I tore my right Achilles playing basketball. So I'm officially retiring and only playing golf.
Both trying to play defense. Both
playing defense. I know. You get too old, and I'm done. So
that's crazy, man.
You're
not too old, though. You know, I just want you to know that you've kind of made your father sound like an old guy, and him and I are the exact same age. You know, we're both 50. I'll be 58 next month. I think he's 58 too, right? He's 7.
Yeah. September.
So he's not partially deceased or ancient.
No, Papa Mitch look good. He out here.
Yeah, he does look good. All right. Okay, so we got a minute left here. Any final words you want to leave these lovely people, guys?
Yes. Man. Locking your goals right now. Get to them.
Yeah.
There, like we said, there is no think anymore. Just do it. Just do it. If it doesn't work the first time, you refocus and finish it. You refocus the plan, and then go back right at it. You know, stick to plan A. Ride plan A until the wheels fall off, and then there's a new plan A.
I love it.
No plan B.
It's like Tim Grover. Have you read Tim Grover's book about the guy that coached Michael Jordan and Kobe? He has like 5 points, but he calls them all one. They're all 1 or A. I can't remember. There's no 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 1, 1, 1, and there's like 5 or 6 of them. So I agree with you 100%. I love the attitude. Go ahead, Curtis. How about you?
No, I mean, just piggybacking off that, now's the time to, one, just be grateful for everything that you've had. I think for me, the mental aspect of, you know, life and real estate, like everything's just kind of gotten in the way. Getting hurt, going through personal things, like everyone's got something going on. So work on that mental mindset every day, I think, and be grateful for what you have and, you know, kind of what you're going through. But also now's the time to, you know, get ready for next year and, you know, maybe take a little bit of time off. I know you said Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, be grateful for those days and maybe take a, you know, little time off to be with the family or whatever. But now's the time to get your goals set and get ready, your business plan ready for 2023. And, you know, let's make that one the best year yet.
Absolutely. I love it. So what I heard in closing was have the attitude and have the plan, which is both of them are critically important. I agree 100%.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen. Well, listen, I want to say thank you very much. Okay, gentlemen, for taking your time out today. Really appreciate it. Everybody else, we'll do this again on Monday. Keep it rocking. All right, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you again, Rick.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate it, Chris.
Later.